What are we starting with first?
We are live. Good afternoon. Hello and welcome to the Omni Coalition Show, aka TOC Show. We just, talk about interesting, important things, both, like things that are happening in our own little world, and then things that are more macro, more to the whole planet. Anyway, I am Xander.
Golden Loon.
And we have King over here. He's preoccupied doing his own thing over there and all that stuff. And of course, UVRRU. Anyway, today is Saturn's Day. Sun's Day, aka Sunday, September 1st, 2024. Now, before we really get into, rigmarole of, whatnot that I've gathered and everything, we're only live right now on Rumble because something weird happened with Streamlabs here. And I have to reset up the whole thing. I don't know. But this is actually going to play into what I have to say later on. But is there anything interesting that has happened in your world the past week? Anything updated in your bubble? Anything in the macro? As I said, what's going on?
Well, what I like, we do it a couple times a year, 4th of July and over Labor Day. We have a staff which is pretty small right now because we're in a skeleton crew. But we have a little barbecue, the whole group.
Nice.
We have a good time in the afternoon. Cut it off early and finish the day with a barbecue. So that's fun.
Like
everybody connects with one
another. I don't hear about things like that really. I mean, of course, corporate offices have their stupid little pizza parties and everything, but you don't actually get in, grill, and just hang out. Just relax.
No, we have a Christmas party, but that's way different. Just the little barbecue is nice.
But, that's cool.
Yeah, so enjoyed that.
Not to sound cheesy.
And the good news is, they don't let me cook.
Yeah. Not to sound cheesy or anything, but your staff, it really is family. It really is. It's such a small crew and everything.
Family, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll go back to where we used to be.
Yeah, instead of that stupid little teamwork makes the G work, crap. Legitimate,
we're just folks working together.
You're a mom and pop shop, so to speak.
Yep, absolutely.
And that's legitimate. That's what people actually do. You're not just an employee. You're actually a member of its own little community thing. That
And it's real. It's not doing it to climb the corporate ladder or anything like that. It's just real. No, it is.
Yeah. King here, he thinks he's going to be going fishing and whatnot, so that's why he's...
How about you, though?
Oh, I'm going to get to me here in a minute. That's why I'm explaining why King isn't talking, is he might be heading out of here to go fishing with his homies.
I say get those hooks, bait up that fishing pole, and have a good time.
Yeah. Now, as far as me, this has been a very interesting week. I've been, as I usually do, I've been thinking a whole lot and everything, and, this entire year has been interesting. This year started off really rough. It started off promising, and it got really rough really quick, and then I just kind of dipped from everything for, about 6 months while playing Ascension and all that stuff.
Okay,
and then, but anyway...
Alright, guys, I'm out of here.
Okay.
There he is.
Have fun.
Man.
Oh, yeah, hopefully catch a lot of fish. Good luck with the show, guys.
Yep, thank you. Good luck on the fishing. So, anyway, I'm finally back to where I was several years ago with, I am feeling ambitious. I'm getting things done.
That's always good.
I'm getting back on the horse and everything, and I'm thinking about taking this upcoming Tuesday off just to relax. And then I might take Wednesday and maybe even Thursday off. Who knows? Definitely Friday I'll be on because I'm planning on splitting the news segment of talk show here back into its own show. So
it used to be.
Yeah. So that's going to be on Friday at 5 instead of 3. So that way, if the Loon wishes, he'll be able to. Because at 3 he's doing his own thing, at work and all that stuff. So at 5, if he wishes, he can join and all that stuff.
Fair enough.
But in doing all that, I have to at least update-wise get back into being active on the social media and all that stuff. So if you ever checked out our link tree right here, I have our Rumble, BitChute, Aussie, and YouTube. For whatever reason, oh wait, they're listing BitChute again now. That's interesting. For a while, they weren't listing BitChute. They had it flagged as some kind of oh wait, is my mic? No, my mic is on. It's not, it's not showing up that it's, well, obviously it is broadcasting because King heard us, I think. Hold on. Turn off microphone. There we go.
Well, I hear you.
Yeah, well, obviously you hear me. No, usually when we talk in Discord, a green light lights up around here, and I'm not seeing that. That's weird. I'm having all sorts of technical problems today. Anyway, so, yeah, here on, we have a Minds group, Gab group, local, social, True Social, Twixter, Instagram. We used to have a Facebook and all that stuff, but somehow I lost the ability to log on. And so it's just like, screw it, because like it wants me to contact.
Canceled you.
Well, no, the account's still there, but in order to regain access, they want me to contact customer support, and I'm not going to go over to them, begging for an account. I don't give a damn about Facebook. So, oh well, they just it's a shot in their own foot. Oh, how did that get here? Huh?
Oh man, you did not stab a guy in the back.
But no, but like as we started earlier this past week, we started King's Entertainment, which is our video meme review show, and I'm hoping to have that every Thursday at 5.
Well, if I get back on with that meme show, I'm going to bring it down to a whole new level, because I don't know what the hell's going on. I was totally lost the last time, because I don't know any of that stuff.
Well, the only way to learn is to expose yourself. And what better way, than to just be part of a show that does this? Like,
true.
It's not like this is content that you would watch.
No.
But you enjoyed it last time, right?
Yeah,
Like, there's a couple things you enjoyed. Especially that grocery
and a couple
cart
things I saw. A couple things that I'd seen.
Yeah.
The guy tipping over off the ramp in the bike. And
yeah.
A couple things like that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like, we've started that, and that's going to be a staple. Like, I'm getting the news show back to its, back into its own thing.
Is that Friday, or is that?
That's going to be Friday.
That's Friday. The news is Friday, then the Peanut or whatever you call it.
TOC Show is today.
Show.
Yeah. Used to be the Peanut.
Yeah, that's true.
But I can't use, a name created by someone who's no longer part of the community, that's unfortunately. Fair. So, but yeah, like, on top of all that, like, I was also planning on having a dark and dirty, type humor show that's going to be, as you coined, tubeless.
Wow,
it's going to be on all of our places except YouTube.
Yeah.
So it's
tubeless.
Like, what is the anti of exclusive? Like it's exclusively not on YouTube. Like, I guess would be the correct terminology, but it's tubeless. It's on all but YouTube. Because of the subject matter, and then there's going to be a more political, meme, driven show. So out of this idea, I made 3 shows and everything. And on top of that,
So in a sense, you have suspended YouTube.
Yes, for this, for the things that used to be covered in freedom of speech.
Yeah.
So, but on top of that, also trying to get into Guild Wars 2, again, and all that stuff. Apparently, after having a whole conversation, everything, with people yesterday, in the game and whatnot, the game came out or something 15 years ago, give or take, or whatever. So I must have played it for 3, 4, 5 years, because I have stuff in there that is 10 years old, unopened in my mailbox. So like, yeah, and it's really crazy, that they kept my stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is unusual.
but I'm hoping to get back into that, with King here, and we can start doing our Noobs Playing Video Game show. We can start live streaming while we're playing and everything, and that'll start gathering a whole different type of audience and all that stuff.
Get
like,
interesting too.
yeah,
Not for me, but for a whole different audience. Like I say. Not the old timers.
No. Well, you'd be
Some
surprised.
old-timers,
You'd be surprised how many old timers actually enjoy.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
So. But anyway, that's the long and the short of it. Like, as I said,
mostly long. Sorry, no Hume there, huh?
I'll take a look at this.
That's your fallback position, is it?
Yep.
Cricket.
Yep. But yeah, no, like, this past week, as I said, I've been working on a whole bunch of stuff, and really, between that and King actually starting to get back into his own streaming, like he's been streaming he's been streaming his own game called Death Must Die on Rumble and whatnot.
When you say own game,
His own game. Well, like his own, like like a game that he plays, but by
Oh,
himself.
okay.
Like he used
not
to.
his game.
No, it's not something he created. No, but his own stream, his
Gotcha.
own offshoot, his
Gotcha.
own content, because he's a content creator, same as I am. It just so happens that like I'm one of the heads of Omni Coalition, so everything I make, not only goes into my own stuff, but Omni Coalition. He has his own.
Back into it.
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
So I like between my own thing and that, there hasn't really been much time to gather much stuff to make a talk show proper outside of just utilizing this as a time to just lay out all of this update, all of these announcements, all of what's been going on and all that jazz and everything. Yeah. And since this is for now the last time this is going to be utilized for the news segments, without further ado, I can pop right into this if you want.
Let's go. I'm ready.
And I'm just gonna read the headlines really.
Yeah.
So India's rural thief schools are training the criminals of tomorrow. Wait a minute.
Whoa! What? They actually have a school for thieves?
Well, let's see here. 3 remote villages in India's Madhya Pradesh state have become famous for their thief schools, where children as young as 12 are trained in pickpocketing, theft, and robbery by seasoned criminals. Well, that answers your question.
Yeah. Well,
What the hell?
I have heard in the past, and this isn't anything recent, but years past, that I don't know which European country, but it was massive, where there's groups of kids, 8, 10, 12 years old, going around, and then they run around someone and pickpocket them.
Oh, that sounds
do all
like
kinds of
any
crazy
Eastern European country, really. Like Bulgaria, for whatever reason, is coming to mind.
This was the Soviet Union could have still been intact as far as I'm going back, but I think it was Italy, Spain, somewhere in that region. I can't.
Well,
I'm sure it's all over Europe and here.
Well,
Anywhere where there's a lot of tourists.
as I said in the previous show, Vatican City, is the smallest by landmass sovereign nation in the entire world.
and the
But because of all the pickpockets, it's the highest crime rate per capita in the entire world.
And you get nothing but tourists there.
Yeah.
So it's easy pickings. So
And
to speak.
now, as I told you, with how the chips can be read, now somebody doesn't even need to pickpocket you. Now they can just tap your wallet, with an app or something they got on your phone, without you. They can just bump into you. Oh, whoops, and then now they charge you $1,000, and you won't even notice, and then they're gone. By then they'll transfer it somewhere else, and it's just gone. It says here the 3 nondescript villages, Kadia, Gulukai, and Hulukoidi, located about 120 kilometers from the state capital of Bhopal, are reportedly nurseries for young criminals, with parents actually paying tuition fees of $200,000 to 300,000 rupees, or $2,400 to $3,600, to have their offspring trained in dark arts like pickpocketing and bag grabbing in crowded places, carrying out robberies, bank account thefts, evading the police, and even withstanding beatings in the event of being apprehended. These so-called thief schools have produced some of the most infamous criminals in India's history, so they are sought after by impoverished and less educated families unable to give their children a proper education.
Okay,
Wow.
what country is this again?
India. Wow.
Where have their morals gone to? Parents, where have your morals gone to? I understand poverty and hunger and all that, but still, teaching your kids and paying for them to go to a school to learn to be a thief.
See, this is why I keep trying to get your eyes open. In hard times, people go to hard things. I mean, let's not forget, one of our servers.
But these are kids. Come on, and I understand the poverty. I understand it. I don't know it. I don't feel it.
Don't forget.
I can't have the empathy that probably is necessary for it, but I just still can't imagine doing that to children.
Well, I couldn't imagine one of our family
What if you
friends.
had decent morals?
I couldn't imagine one of our family friends trying to pull an automobile insurance scam over me until she figured out who I was.
Yeah.
Until I got out of that car and she knows who I was, she came out, rubbing her neck, and I stood out. She's like, oh, hey, oh. And then her sister comes out as a witness. They had the whole thing set up. At the end of the day, people got to put bread on the table, and if they got to do crimes, if they got to do this, that's what they're gonna do, and that's what we're facing here in the U.S. We're no different.
And
just
the
because
two sisters are very spiritual too.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
No.
How do you coordinate that?
In hard times, people get
it
hard.
It wasn't hunger. They weren't in that kind of. They weren't in that Indian situation.
Yeah, well,
not even close.
But see, now put them in the Indian situation, and now you
oh,
understand even
no.
more.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Like, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying, these are some serious problems, and the world has got to get its head out of its ass because, we ain't doing anything to solve the problems. We're just putting a Band-Aid on the the product of it, the byproduct, like homelessness. It's a it's an effect of the cause. Cause and effect. So, but anyway, we also have woman won legal battle with Carolina Herrera over use of her own surname as a brand. Huh?
Well, I don't. It's obviously someone that's popular. And
no.
she used her surname, which is her last name.
Maria Carolina Herrera, an elderly soap maker from Peru, won a legal battle against iconic fashion designer Carolina Herrera over the right to use her surname as a brand. Oh, wow. Okay.
In other words, she's being sued for using that name, but it is her name. I'm surprised she won, though.
But wait, so was the brand suing the person?
Yeah.
Or, well,
Stop. The person won.
Yes.
The brand sued her because it's the same name. Herrera and fashion designed by Herrera or something like that.
But that's bogey. You can't go after somebody because they have a name that's akin to your company. That's evil. Like,
well, if you spent millions, if not billions of dollars building a brand, and then someone comes along and takes that brand name, you're going to try to protect it. The corporation lost.
Yeah, good.
But I don't think that's being evil. I mean, you're trying to protect the brand that you've invested heavily in.
Yeah, well, so did she, and that's actually her actual name, and she has more rights.
She won.
She's a living, breathing human being. So
I'm surprised she won.
Yeah, I am. Out here, she would have lost for sure, definitely. Japan's most frugal woman bought 3 houses by spending only $1.40 per day on food.
Wow.
Okay, that's cool.
That's dedication.
Yeah. Oh.
To meet your goals.
Yep. Saki Tamagami, 37-year-old real estate agent, is known as Japan's most frugal woman for her commitment on spending as little money as possible on things like food, clothes, and self-care. Well, self-care, is when you've got to stop pinching the pennies because you're
hopefully you stay healthy.
Yes. But, what is healthy? I mean, there's a member of our family who's very, very skinny. I would argue that she's actually anorexic and she still wants to lose more weight. So, in 2019, Saki Tamagami, 37, appeared on the Japanese television program Happy Bombay Girl, where she shocked the whole of Japan with her extreme frugality. She went into detail about her passion for saving money, revealing that she rarely exceeded her self-imposed budget of 200 yen, or $1.40 a day for food. To make this happen, she relied mostly on cheap ingredients, with the occasional slice of salmon bought on sale, cooked her meals at home, and even ate directly out of cooking pots to save money on dishes. I mean, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Basic stuff. It's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
Attractive humanoid robots go viral at Chinese robot conference. This is getting into scary town right here. Let me bigger this here for us. So those are robots. Or so they say. It has been uncovered some of these robots, not these ones, but China has done things like this before. Yeah. I mean, if they're robots, why are they wearing, clothing over the arms?
Well, to make them look human, that's the whole point.
Or to cover up the skin of the actual human pretending to be a robot.
That's a debate, but you're gonna clothe a man or a woman to look like a human.
True.
If you're going around mechanically, then you lose the whole effect.
Well, what I would do is I would have half of it wearing clothes, half of it not.
That defeats the purpose. They want them to look human.
Okay, but you have the human look, and then you can see like.
Then it's not human. It defeats the purpose. You might as well not have anything.
But you can, you're not understanding what I'm saying. You can see what people potentially wanting to buy this will want to know what it looks like on the inside too, correct?
Well, yeah, and they can when they're buying it.
Or
when
they
you
can
get
have
the
it right
whole
there.
version or whatever.
Okay, bisect right down, like cut down in half like hot dog style, okay? You have skin on one side, and then exposed. So you still see what it looks like when it's human, but then you also see like a cross section.
That's fine when you're buying it, just like they have cutaway engines, so you can see the pistons and everything working.
Yeah.
But you don't buy it that way. You buy something that's as close to human as possible.
Well,
That's
yes,
what
but this
sells.
is a showcase to show what it is. This is not a sales report. This is a showcase. Anyway, we also have Shizuogon Floating Road Bridge, a terrifying wonder of engineering. And
Oh, jeez.
yeah,
No,
like,
you're kidding me. You drive on that thing
yeah. Let me go to the actual YouTube right here to play this.
and it floats?
Yeah.
There, it looks fairly stable. When I first saw it, first shot, it looked like it was floating around.
It is floating. It's a
Oh
pond.
yeah, look at the waves it's making.
Yeah, it's a pontoon bridge. But see, this really concerns me because if you stopped, would you just sink?
No,
Is this?
no, you wouldn't sink.
No, is this based off of the momentum of physics? If you go, an object in motion stays in motion.
You couldn't sink because the car could stall, so you're not going to sink. You sink down.
Well, remember this is China. So
Walking on it, with the
Yeah.
car there, that gives you a weird feeling.
I mean, but this is what really concerns me. Because look at all that. They're all. And it looks like some portions actually do dip underwater. You can see some glistening on the road.
Maybe so.
Like this is see pay attention to the road. You can see parts of it glisten like there's water on it. See, like it is going under.
There's a bunch of cars.
Yeah.
Now, here's the problem. I'll take the dumbass youth of myself. I'll go across and say, wow, that's weird. Okay, let's do it again. Only I'm going to do it at 80. See what kind of waves I can make.
Oh.
There's the downside to that.
That's when I just get you a boat. Like.
Let's see the wake at 80.
Oh Lord.
Not today, but when I was a kid.
Dancing shrimp, Thailand's liveliest dish, literally jumps off the plate.
Uh-oh.
It's alive.
Yeah.
It's actually alive. Like.
No, you're losing me there.
Yeah.
I'm not eating that. I don't eat anything that wiggles.
Like things like this is what gives the Eastern cultures a very negative outlook to Western societies. This is what causes
or
prejudices.
It's just plain they're more advanced than us because they realize the value of different foods like that, and we just turn our nose up at it.
There's nothing valuable in eating anything alive.
If you're hungry enough, there is.
Well, yeah. Welshman lucky to be alive after getting stung 240 times by wasps.
Ooh,
Yikes.
Jeez. Have you ever had a wasp thing?
I've had one bee sting to my knowledge.
Okay, they're way worse, and I was a kid when I got stung with a wasp. So it may have magnified the real pain of it, but it was really bad.
Well, you want to know why wasp stings are worse than bee stings?
More poison in this thing.
And their stinger doesn't come off, so they can hit you repetitively. Because when you get stung by a wasp, you don't get stung once. They sting you and again and again and again. They clamp down and they're hitting you. Like
But you're only going to get so much venom out of that.
Yeah, but still, your body's getting penetrated. That's gonna hurt to begin with.
Oh, it hurt like hell. I only got one sting.
Yeah.
But that was enough.
Yeah.
But I was only.
But look at that.
Really young.
Look at that.
Wow.
That poor guy. His whole back.
Oh man, he got under attack.
But 240 times.
Oh, jeez. I wonder if that paralyzed him or anything momentarily. Anything that's really, that many stings got to do something. Or maybe it cured of cancer. Who knows?
On August 18th, Andrew Powell went outside his family home near Brecon, Wales to inspect the fields, as he usually did, only to see a large swarm of wasps heading his way. He suspected that someone, maybe another farmer, messed with their nest because they came straight for him and started stinging him. Unable to defend himself, what he suspects were thousands of angry wasps, Powell ran towards his house while fighting off the insects as best as he could. They followed him into the house and attacked his wife as well, and managed to land over 240 stings on the 57-year-old man, leaving him in agony and in need of medical attention. So,
man,
Luckily, one of the neighbors came to his aid and took him to Brick and War Memorial Hospital, where he was put on morphine for the excruciating pain and adrenaline for his body's allergic reactions. He claimed the hospital staff told him that being 5 minutes later could have killed him. That's how serious this. Wow.
Sheesh.
Shit. They just like came out of nowhere, just started indiscriminately attacking him. Thinking that he was some other guy, or maybe they just like wasps, like like.
Well, it makes sense. If someone attacks their nest, they're going to come and attack full bore.
Like, here, let me. This is a wasp. Let me see if I can find this. This is a wasp. Let's see. Here we go. So, yeah. Let me just read this. Do you see this? Do you know what this is? This is a wasp. Its mission in nature is to fuck shit up wherever it goes. It does not pollinate things. It does not make honey. It is not a bee. It is a motherfucking wasp. You cannot battle a wasp. The wasp is never alone. It is always accompanied by other even more violent and aggressive wasps, all of which are in turn accompanied by even more. When you see a wasp, do you know what to do? You stand the fuck still. You chill the fuck out and hope this wasp doesn't put you on its list of shit it wants to fuck up today. You stand right there, and wait for the wasp to finish its business and move on with its rampage, and then you go home and cry. Like, wasps are just evil, and we should exterminate them from this earth. Seriously.
They're not even in the bee family or anything.
They're not.
Totally different creatures.
There's no reason for a wasp to exist in the hierarchy of nature. They are an anomaly, and they should be exterminated. All of them. Sure, we'll lose figs, but so what?
We've had a number of wasp nests here.
Yeah. We got another article here. Teen boy goes on hunger strike until mother buys him an iPhone. Well, I hope he stars. I hope he stars.
Yeah, good luck, kid.
Yeah. And look at this spoiled, entitled little brat.
I get out my iPhone and put pictures of hamburgers on it and say, Dick, check this out.
Yeah.
No, that's one spoiled brat.
Yep. I'm not even gonna. I've seen this photo. I'm pretty sure you don't even want to see this. Woman's eyeball sewn to the corner of her eye in botched cosmetic surgery.
No, I do not want to see it. Do not.
No, you don't.
No point in it.
No. The world's oldest continually operating company has been around for almost 1,500 years.
Ooh.
Whoa.
How's that possible?
Founded in the year 578, Japan's Kongo Gumai Construction Company is recognized as the oldest continuously operating company in the world. Thousands of companies are founded and liquidated daily around the globe, many of which only operate for a few years, maybe even months. The world's most valuable companies have only been around for a few decades, and with technology changing the business landscape at breakneck speeds, who knows how long they'll be around. Today, there are only a few thousand companies older than 200 years, and even those seem relatively new compared to the world's oldest continually operating company, Kongo Gumai, founded in the 6th century by a Korean carpenter specializing in Buddhist temple construction. The Japanese construction company has been operating for 1,446 years.
I thought we were doing pretty good at 70.
Yeah. That is awesome.
65, whatever it is.
But I mean, photo public domain. Your company is old when a reference photo is in public domain. Not even to your earliest years, even.
Yeah. Recently, as far as their standards.
I mean, the bicycle wasn't invented in the 6th century.
No.
So, yeah. Hell, I'm not even sure clothing was.
600 years past Jesus Christ. Come on.
Yeah. A semi-crash covered Los Angeles freeway in French fries. Huh. Yeah. I'm just gonna dip out here. Yeah.
Anybody got ketchup?
Yeah. Well, I wonder if anybody peeled out.
Oh, no. No.
Yeah. It says the California Highway Patrol said the truck crashed at about 3:20 in the morning on the southbound 5 freeway near Stadium Way and spread dozens of boxes of fries across the roadway. I know where that is.
I know exactly where that is.
Oh, wow. They were reopened by 11:15 in the morning.
That didn't help the morning traffic.
No.
When was that?
August 30th, as of this
No,
article.
Just the other day.
Yeah.
This year or last?
This year.
Oh, yeah.
No, this is news.
I know.
Yeah.
But sometimes you never know when it gets on there.
Well, yeah. I think it's news.
That was Friday.
Yeah. So I think Friday morning.
Yeah.
Orange lobster returned to the wild after arriving at Long Island store. It's an anomaly. not many orange lobsters, so they put it back in the wild to keep the species going.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Good for them.
Yeah, that's cool. And that's actually our thumbnail right here.
Oh, okay.
It's orange lobster.
You pick good thumbnails.
I try.
You have a knack for it.
Yeah. 2052 IKEA employees break record for world's largest pajama party. All right. And of course, it's all IKEA brand pajamas, So.
They sell pajamas? I don't think so.
Well, that's all IKEA.
Oh.
That's the uniform. It's blue with. So it's IKEA uniform pajamas. So.
Uniform pajamas don't go together.
Yeah, well, that's the uniform colors is blue with yellow trim.
Oh, okay.
So then they just made uniform, style pajamas, and that's why they're all in pajamas. They're still wearing uniforms. It's just pajamas.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't consider this a pajama party. This is just a corporate,
Yeah, that's a stunt.
Yeah. So. But speaking of corporate, kind of not even kind of, but really a sad story. A recent news headline came out of I think she was 65, 60-something, year old lady, died in a Wells Fargo branch. It was this corporate office or something, or I'm not sure if it was an actual bank or something, but one of their properties.
Okay.
But she had been there for 4 days before they found her. People attributed the smell to, a broken sewer main or something, but with how business is done these days, because she was in a cubicle.
Oh.
She was just an office rat.
So it's a corporate offices.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, so many people, as I say, don't get so caught up building a living that you forget to build a life. Don't bust your ass for a job that'll replace you the instant you die. You're just a number. You don't matter to them. So why do you give them any of your time if they don't give you any of theirs? Screw them. Screw them. Took them 4 days to realize, oh, we have a corpse.
Yeah.
And, that's how little her life meant to them. They don't care.
Surprisingly, no one called in and said, "You've seen Mary or whatever."
Oh, people called in, but nobody cared. Because they're corporate.
Not here today.
Anyway, we also have a French museum invites naturism exhibit visitors to disrobe. So
Be in nature.
Yeah, well, it's go into the building, but you go in there and
At
get
least
naked.
they don't mandate it; they just invite.
Yeah.
That's better. I still think it's dumb, but it's still better.
Well, you know what? If anything, that dissuades me from going there. If I had
I wouldn't choose to go there at all. But if they mandated it, I would. That's the next level there.
I'm gonna say this: if I had the means to go there, just for the the exhibits.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say this right now at this exact moment in time. If I had the ability to go there, I would have gone there. But just because of this, if I had the ability to go there, now I will not go there. So they have directly, negatively impacted, their visitor by
I get what they're trying to do, but it's just dumb.
It's stupid, Red pepper spill on California highway turns into bee emergency.
Bees? Is that bees?
I guess so.
Is
Red
that
pepper.
BEE?
Yeah. Let's see here. It was found. The truck carrying the produce was found to contain a massive hive of bees.
Oh, geez.
So the truck itself had bees.
Yeah.
Once again, the CHP, California Highway Patrol, Santa Maria, responded alongside the Santa Maria Fire Department when a semi-truck pulling a flatbed trailer overturned on Highway 101 Wednesday morning and spilled its load of red peppers across lanes of traffic. Crews working to remove the wreckage and clean up the crushed peppers discovered a sign pole that had been struck and damaged by the truck contained thousands of bees whose hive was now exposed to the elements. Oh, so the sign pole that it got hit.
Yeah.
Wow. That's scary.
Yeah. And we know what bees do when they lose their hive.
Yeah.
They swarm they go crazy. They're going everywhere.
I know.
They don't know what to do.
I was in a cloud.
Kind of my reference.
Yes. Boy smashes 3,500-year-old jar. Museum invites him back. What?
Wow.
A curious 4-year-old boy accidentally smashed a 3,500-year-old jar while his family was touring a museum in Israel.
That's on the parents, sorry.
Yeah, it is. Well, this is just a PR stunt by Israel. So the boy, who is not identified, was near the entrance of the Hetch Museum in Haifa Friday when the family came across a crockery that dates back to the Bronze Age, roughly 2200 and 1500 BC. The boy's father, identified by only the first name Alex, hey, don't bring my name into this, said his son pulled the jar slightly because he was curious about what was inside. The tug was enough to send the jar falling, crashing into pieces on the museum floor. The museum said the artifact was not encased in glass or additional protection because of its belief that people should enjoy historical items without obstructions. Well, that's what you get for thinking. The museum said the jar, which was designed to carry such goods as olive oil and wine, appeared to have been made in the Canaan region and predated King Solomon and King David. Despite the damage, the museum said they believe the jar could be restored and returned to be displayed once again. To show there are no hard feelings, the museum invited the child and family back for an organized tour. Okay, well, restrain the child, put him in a cage, wrap him up like freaking, what's his face from Silence of the Lambs.
Well, you just don't take your eye off your kid ever.
Yeah,
You just, you don't have to wrap him up, but you certainly.
Oh, I'd wrap him
right
up.
by your side.
Yeah.
No touchy,
Yep.
That's rule number 1, don't touch.
Leaves of Grass returned to Virginia Library 50 years after due date. We get these every now and then, everything. So it's a book.
Yeah.
But that's really cool.
I want to know what the fine was. Of course, that's the first question always.
Well, if it's anonymous, who are they going to charge?
No, I know.
So yeah. But there have been some crazy late fees. I remember at one point, one of the news shows we covered an instance like this. And it even said in the article, it was a calculated something $100,000 late fee or something, whatever. It was overdue by 70 years or whatever. They did all the calculations.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So, yeah. So, but it was unclear why the book's return, which was supposed to occur June 3rd, 1974, took so long. Well, better late than never. It was a bottle of cognac from 1696 confirmed to be the world's oldest. All right.
Cognac.
Yeah.
Didn't mention if it was full or empty.
Well. Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah.
Let's break this baby open.
The oldest bottle of cognac was previously believed to be a 1762 cognac from Gautier. One of only 3 known remaining bottles of the spirit was auctioned by Sotheby's for $146,000 in 2020, making it the oldest cognac sold of auction. Cognac, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Cognac.
Okay. That's old.
Mm-hmm.
So. Injured bald eagle at Missouri National Park was too fat to fly.
Whoa.
Oh, so the people thought it was injured, but it was just too fat.
Wow.
It couldn't take off.
How does an eagle get too fat?
Well, people keep feeding it crap, you go out to parks, you always see kids feeding, seagulls French fries and all that crap, the parents get in on it. This is why they say don't feed the ducks bread.
Yeah.
Because that becomes, it's making a dependent population. So, says here, the X-ray revealed a recent meal of what appeared to be a fairly large roadkill raccoon. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
it just
different.
it just ate it a
Yeah,
lot.
it couldn't fly.
Yeah, too fat.
Until he digested a little bit.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Riders stranded 243 feet up on Six Flags attraction during storm. Jeez.
Oh, man.
There's a video of it. Actually, it's up on YouTube. Let me play it right here. Wow.
New video of riders stuck nearly 250 feet above the ground during a storm at Six Flags, Mexico. This happened last Sunday. People were dangling there for about 10 minutes. The theme park says the storm disrupted operations for this ride and several others. People were
It doesn't look like this ride down here is disrupted. We saw that one going.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Let me
didn't
rewind it.
notice it.
Pay attention to the.
Yeah.
during a storm at Six Flags, Mexico. This happened last Sunday. People were dangling there for about 10 minutes. The theme park says the storm disrupted operations for this ride and several others. People were eventually evacuated after the storm got worse. Thankfully, no one was hurt.
Very scary stuff there.
Hello,
That's crazy.
Yeah. What are you going to do? You're going to sit there.
And last but not least, I want to talk about a Darwin Award. After months on the run, a murder suspect falls through the ceiling and into custody.
Jeez.
Yeah, authorities got a lucky break when the murder suspect they'd been pursuing for months fell, so to speak, into their laps through the ceiling of the building where he'd been hiding. The U.S. Marshal Service said agents captured 20-year-old Dario Wilkerson on Monday, months after a warrant for his arrest on charges of first-degree murder and reckless endangerment was issued in connection with a fatal shooting in Memphis, Tennessee. The task force investigating his whereabouts tracked him to a residence in Memphis, the agency said in a release. Law enforcement agencies didn't have to look long once they were inside. Quote, Wilkerson attempted to hide in the attic as the USMS searched the residence. However, he fell through the ceiling, end quote. So, well, you know, case closed. Well, or at least they got the suspect, so. But yeah.
Stay on the beams.
Yep.
Otherwise you'll go right through.
Yep. But hey, you know, that shall be it, you know, for the Omni Coalition show this week. You know, until you catch us next time, you know, don't forget to look in the underbar. There's a lot of stuff down there. We have a lot of shows, you know, where we do a show almost every day, although I already said Tuesday most likely we'll be taking this week off. Maybe Wednesday, maybe even Thursday. You know, just
We'll
to
have fun
start.
you do.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. Thursday we can't take off. At least in the afternoon, because we have King's Entertainment to do.
Oh, there you go.
Know? So at least there's that, you know. So, but until you catch us next time, whenever it is, wherever it is, for all of you and all of us, I'm Xander.
Golden Loon.
And we had Sir King at the beginning of the show for a little while. You know, hopefully he's catching some big ones, you know, down at the river.
I assume the catfish is their catch.
I don't know. Like, I don't know what they catch. Catfish is kind of everywhere, I guess. I don't know. So, but anyway, toodles. Stop streaming.